Kaz here, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be continuing the Rimworld run, and as usual we'll just get straight into things. So last episode we landed at the next of the Gravcore sites, and our mission this time is to explore a crashed mechanoid platform. It has fallen down in several chunks, so we will be working on that. During the first assault on the closest one, we did receive quite a few fairly bad injuries all round. However, we have healed from that now, and we also have melee persons ready. Crafter will soon be ready to awake from death rest as well. And the only issue now is power, as I would like to be able to shred down these mechanoid corpses in the hopes that we could potentially get some plasteel. I also remembered while I was editing one of the episodes from before is that Lane has the transmute steel ability, which I don't believe I've used for a while because I'd forgotten about it. So I'm going to use that now. And in addition to that, I'm going to... Okay, after some deciding, I'm gonna make a temporary chem fuel generator in here just to increase the power. It doesn't seem like the chem fuel generator is actually ruining this room, so I may just keep it as is. Crafter has woken back up, and we'll have him re-equip his longsword. So we'll unforbid the sheep. Crafter is in death rest and should be waking up soon. Everyone else is healed from last episode, which is good, and we can begin a new assault on the mechanoids tomorrow. Power is a bit of an issue. I want to turn the machining table back on. I think I should have just enough power to manage that, because I want to shred these mechanoid corpses. Right, that seems like everyone is done. So we'll grab everyone except Sam and have them head into the facility. Deadlift is missing a leg from last episode, so we'll be kinda careful with him. Psychic shock lance from the sealed crate. Right, and now that everyone has cover, okay, that's not great. 2 pikemen, 3 minotaurs, +2 down here. And Kiko has an inspired surgery, but not really a time to worry about that at the moment. Nice burst from Lane. I'm gonna move Gray because he's taking some unnecessary hits. hearing some insects somewhere. Oh, down here. I'd forgotten about those. Right, we'll have Crafter and that move out of there. And then have the group get to better cover. Gonna draw them into the room, I think. Okay, that's not gonna work. Lips takes a pretty big hit to the leg. Should be fine though. Tree as a doctor, we'll use her to take Grey back, and then Lips and Kiko will push in and try and take out the turret to the south. Right, what next? South turret is down. North turret down. Right. Right, a Cyclops and a Scorcher. If we can stop that Scorcher coming around, that'll be good. Crafter will rush the Cyclops. Right, they're both down. And then the only thing left to do is this door. Kiko can handle that. And then while I wait for that, I'm gonna allow basically everything that's being dropped. I think that's everything. Okay, that's the bottom side. We'll have everyone else go back, and then we'll have Kiko head up here to take the crates. All graphite panels, but that's all good, because we need those. Okay, so we'll spend probably the next half day just healing up and hauling everything aboard. A mechanoid cluster appears on the map almost immediately after. They are in a position where they're not really going to be a bother to us, so we're just gonna ignore them. And due to a bug I realized while editing another episode recently, the sheep weren't hauled out of the ship one time, so I'm gonna manually make sure that happens. I had to reset a stockpile if I remember correctly. And that was how I fixed it. Okay, everyone's healed up pretty quick. Being healed up pretty quickly. We're gonna have the grav core worked upon though by Kiko, as we are still waiting on Lips and Grey to reach full health. And that's another 25 graphite panels and a third grav core. With 3 in storage now, we have quite a few. Definitely enough for an expansion. Although with that being said, the current grav cores can definitely be moved into better spots, with all 3 of them within a mid to inner range of the grav engine. So we can definitely do an expansion without relying on any more grav core extenders being used. I do have a good idea for what I want to do, but we need a lot more graphite panels first to make that happen. So we are probably looking at about 3 or 4 more episodes before a large ship increase. Ray needs to re-equip his longsword, and we have a psychic drone on the male gender. It shouldn't hit Mood too poorly, mainly due to the boost from the attended wedding that happened last episode. although it will expire within a day and a half. Although, that being said, the psychic drone should also expire within a rough time frame of that 1.5 days. There is a fence here I'm gonna deconstruct just to make the ship look a little bit nicer. I'm not sure. I believe corners that don't have a gravlite panel underneath won't crush nearby structures. A solar panel a solar flare hits, cutting electricity, which is fine as we don't really need it for anything at the moment other than keeping the heat up, although the colonists aren't struggling with temperature that much due to their clothing. We are going to start the next attack though, on the closer of the two remaining platform. And upon the rest of our troops getting here, we'll send Crafter in. So it looks like we just have the Tesseron and the turret in this room. For some reason, Tree has brought Strake along. Crafter has been great for drawing turret fire, thanks to his shield pack. 15 Luciferium from the crate, not too bad. Another large room. It seems like there's just a pikeman and a Minotaur though. If we have Crafter rush up, the turret will definitely target him alone, so then we can sneak the rest of our forces up. And then we'll send in our good shots first to make sure we can right, nice. That went pretty smoothly. Deadlift takes out the turret, no issues. Okay, okay, it seems like these trigger to proximity, so this room could be a threat. So we're gonna have our shooters pile up on the door and Crafter try and take all of the rounds. Actually, I might have him charge in just to shut them down quicker. Okay. I might have everyone go down in the corner. Okay, it doesn't seem like all of them have things in it. Oh, you have to destroy them. After a bit of a lengthy process, we deal with the room. Just in case they were able to get out, I wanted to destroy all of them. After finding out destroying the intact ones would result in a mech spawning. So the north is an empty room. And that's just the corridor. So we're done with the first one. And due to mood and some minor injuries, we'll send the colonists back and allow them to work on removing the deceased mechanoids and the small amount of loot we acquired. Realizing the current prisoner wasn't under a Hemogen farm, I've assigned them to be, as Hemogen stores were running a little bit low. A second mechanoid cluster has appeared on the map, this time to the east, quite close to the ship. I don't think anyone will head that way, so we'll just ignore it for now. And with everybody basically healed, we're gonna have the same team head back into the final facility. Although I may leave Deadlift behind due to how far away it is and his movement speed penalty. The first room seems completely devoid of anything. A good sign. We have another of the vat rooms. And we'll clear it the same way as before. This room does seem a fair bit more dangerous. Okay, with the Cyclops charging crafter, that takes a good bit of the danger out of this room. Right. Kiko will work on the hacking door. And we'll have Craft open the crate. And this had 3 sentience catalysts. I don't know what these are. A single-use dose of mechanites used to enhance neural pathways in animals, permanently increasing their trainability and reducing their wildness. The effect does not stack. Okay, so it's basically, as far as I understand it, a way to get advanced trainability in most animals. Which could be pretty good. Okay, and then another crate. 8 glitter world medicine. Pretty good. We actually have a decent store of that now. And then we have a massive room with quite a lot of mechanoids. It doesn't seem like there's any loot in here. So I'm just gonna shut this room off and not bother doing it. A couple of the close by mechanoids did wake up, but okay. We are definitely gonna have some issues. Frob and Crafter are gonna head back to help Lane, who has gone down to the Scorcher ambushing him. And then we're gonna have Frob stand guard while I have the other colonists work on hauling everything else out. A visitor has appeared, although we're not really going to focus on them. And with everyone out who needs to be, we can send Frob back and permanently stop colonists going back in there. And now we just need to wait for them to haul everything that's outside the facility back to the ship. And an infection ends up taking place on Lane. And an infestation is occurring as well, although that is not going to be an issue at all, as the plan is to basically leave immediately. But I think first I'm going to go here to stock up. So the chem fuel store actually lasted a really long time, surprisingly. I didn't think it'd get us through all 3 of those maps, but it somehow did. I am going to stock up on wood just a little bit, as we have some pretty far trips ahead of us. And then I'm also going to work on growing some more rice as well. Probably just one massive field, so that we're not here too long. All the meat aboard the ship has been used up as well, so we're going to hunt down some of the wildlife and get to work on turning that into pemmican. And then we're going to take some easy components that are close by and have a look around the map for some other more rare resources. Rob gets a shooting frenzy inspiration, although I can't see it being put to much use at the moment unless a raid were to occur. Although due to having 2 mechanoid clusters appear reasonably recently, I can't see that happening either. I think due to how quiet it is now, though, I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you for watching. If you are enjoying the series so far, please consider liking the video and subscribing. It massively helps the channel out and lets me know that you're enjoying the content I produce. Thank you again, and I will see you next time.